Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. The new menu. This is amazing. Look at this. Look at this. And of course, look at this. And hello everyone. Welcome back to another Predator Hunting Grounds video. In this video here, we'll be discussing patch 1.16. City Hunter is out and about and he looks amazing. He actually looks really, really good. Especially when you compare it to the actual video here. Or it should actually be the actual movie. He looks amazing. They did a really good job on this. The skin looks just phenomenal. Man, this is just, the detail is just there. The smart disc on his hip, the wrist launcher right here, the look on him. My god, he is just beautiful. Not to mention he has his own unique roar. Here it comes, here it comes. Oh my god, thank you, Alphonic. That sounds amazing. Oh my god, I love that so much. That sounds amazing. His wrist launcher is actually part of his gear, not part of his weapons. So he can actually shoot it as a gear item, so it doesn't take up his, his regular slots. Only he can use it though. This is exclusive only for the City Hunter. It's a nice little missile, and it sets him on fire. Pretty damn cool if you ask me. And here's the combi stick. Pretty much exactly the same as the combi stick, just as a new look on it. I can see it here, so I can show it. Yeah, pretty much exactly the same as the normal combi stick, but it's pretty cool that they added that into the game in the first place. I'll be probably uploading a full game later today of the City Hunter in action, but I just want to show this off just for right now. One more time, just before I end this. Oh god, yes. Anyways, on to the patch notes. Alright, patch notes are as follows. Obviously, the paid DLC, which is the City Hunter here in all his fabulous glory. Wrist launcher, combi stick, just showcase that. General, various crash and stability fixes. I hope this means that they fixed the -1 level bug when you're choosing your loadout in the pre-game lobby, because that bug has plagued me. I've never seen this issue here. The fixing issue with multiple loading screens would appear if the player rapidly selects their custom loadout multiple times. Never came into that, so I have no idea what that fix is. I've never come into that one. Anyways, General for Fire Team. They increase the stamina parry cost when parrying anything melee with the Predator. Pretty much parrying in general, because you can't parry anything else besides these weapons, so it's weird that they, labeled them all here. But increasing the parry cost, very good change in my opinion. That's something that kind of be needed. I said it before, I said it again, I think the knife needs to be nerfed to the ground, whereas it is only good for parrying, where it can only be used for parrying. Having like 3 knifey boys run at you as a Predator kinda doesn't feel good. But that's my 2 cents on it. They increased the amount of time before reinforcements arrive. I think this is weird. I think a minute was just fine. As soon as someone dies, a minute, and then they can go and revive them. I thought that was fine. So I'm not sure if this means, the minute to revive them or the minute after you call for reinforcements. Like after you've called for reinforcements, is that the time of duration or is this it, I guess we'll have to play the game and find out. They fixed an issue where the player would not see a downed fire team member if the player was sprinting or not in line of sight. Again, never come into that issue. Never. I always just look at the UI at the very bottom. They fixed an issue with the G-Row. Again, never had that issue. I don't use that gun. I use the LMG because there's really no point in not using the LMG in this game. But that's a discussion for another day. Predator. Alright. This is what I want to read. Mostly. Reduce second wind cooldown. Okay, so I've actually seen that this went from 5 minutes to apparently 4. And that's how it was with the Impatient perk on. So from now on, it's probably going to be stat at 4 minutes, and with the Impatient perk, it'll probably be reduced down to 3. Which is fine. That's pretty good, in my opinion. They reduce the duration of a stun after being parried. This is actually really, really good. Mostly because when if you're stunned against a fire team member, and their teammates are right behind you, they get so much free damage on you. Well, not exactly free, right? You're getting punished, right? Because you're being parried. But at least this way you won't be punished as much as you normally are. Alright, this is a good one here. Lower the frequency of Predator clicks when cloaked. This will add a lot of people the ability to play stealthily, actually. Because even though they nerfed this when the game first came out, they're nerfing it again. Or I guess buffing it, technically. They're making it so the Predator doesn't make as much noise when he is cloaked. And that is huge because, again, it'll improve stealthy gameplay. So I think that's really good change. Now the fire team won't just be like shooting in the direction where they hear the clicks as often. They fixed an issue where the Predator player would not earn XP if the fire team member quits while being claimed. That's actually a pretty big one. That's actually really good for people who are not max level. That's actually a really good little fix for them. Fix the Predator class previews not resetting when navigating to the customization menu. Yeah, that's actually been happening a lot. A lot of your cosmetics just don't like stay. It's weird. Alright, weapons. Alpha Sickle. Thank goodness they finally buffed the Alpha Sickle. My god, that weapon was so weak, even with Fearless, even with Berserker, right? Because that's the maximum damage. Berserker has base damage of 10% higher than anybody else. His base damage with the wrist blades is like 33, whereas everybody else's is like 28 for Scout and 30 for the Hunter. So Berserk, even if you're playing Berserker with all the melee buffs and, you know, with Fearless, that's like the only time the Alpha Sickle is actually ever good. And so now that they increase damage, maybe it's good for everybody in general, not just the Berserker with, you know, Fearless. Fix some animation issues that occur with the Alpha Sickle executions. That's actually really good. Katana. Fix an issue with the Katana was not oriented correctly when the Katana skin is unlocked via Field Locker. Never had that issue. I think I only bought one skin for the Katana. Fixing some animation issues that occurred with Katana executions. Again, never had that issue. Katana executions were, execution in this game are as good as they get, honestly. They could be a little smoother, but it is what it is. Net gun. I don't use the net gun on anybody. I have such a love-hate relationship with that weapon. I don't use it on anybody, though. Not a single one of my classes run the net gun. So, yeah. So they added a slow effect to the netted victims. I think that's a little overpowered. We'll have to see how this works, though, because the net gun's already really strong as it is. Lowered requirements to break free from the net. Okay, so they kind of reworked it from the looks of it. So now it's slower, but you're able to get break free faster. Yeah, I could see that. Fix an issue where firing the net gun at an already netted teammate would not produce any additional feedback. Again, never really used a net gun, so maybe you guys can tell me what that is. And the Smart Disc. Increased melee damage. That's pretty good, I guess. Smart Disc does the most damage in the game. It does a base of 125 damage when you hit someone with it. With downrange, it goes up to 133. And then the increased melee damage is just like another reason to use the Smart Disc, honestly. But overall, that's actually really good. And that is all the patch notes so far. Alright, and then before we go, I want to add one more thing to this video before we head off. And just because I think it's awesome that they added this. That is awesome. They added a new roar for female predators. I love that so much. That's like a nice small detail that they added to this game. One more time, one more time. Oh my god, yes, I love that. Thank you, Ilphonic. Also, last thing, Overgrowth is temporarily disabled, which really sucks because that is the best map to play on. So hopefully they fix this very soon. Alright, other than that, that is it for me. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.